Ticket prices for the new NHL team has come out. Starting the 2021 season, there will be a new hockey team in Seattle, Washington. A team name has not been decided yet, but they have gone down to 5 finalists. But what they have released is the sales of their new tickets. The price for these tickets seem to be higher than average in the NHL, as the lowest ticket prices will be around $50. This seems to be a steep price for tickets when compared to the San Jose Sharks, a team that made the Western Conference Finals last year. For a Sharks game, you can pay as low as $20. The $20 price tickets aren't the best seats in San Jose, but when you're comparing them to the new Seattle team's seats, which will have a low end of $50, it seems more worth it to a Sharks game. The new Seattle team is pricing their tickets so high because they are hoping that the ticket sales will help pay for the build of their new stadium. They are looking to rebuild the Key Arena, the same stadium that the Seattle Supersonics played in, at an estimated cost of $930 million. The owners of the new Seattle team are trying to relieve the taxpayers of Seattle by taking on most of the cost of the stadium build. This makes for the higher priced tickets. Now I am going to bring up what I think is the ultimate goal of the Key Arena rebuild is. So Seattle is bringing in a hockey team. I am not the most knowledgeable on hockey, but I believe in the Pacific Northwest that hockey is pretty popular. They want to have a lot of success with the Seattle team. They already have had success, as 80% of their luxury suites have already been sold with a 7 to 10 year commitment. I think the ultimate goal of this is to bring back the Supersonics. If Seattle can prove that they are a good market for hockey, then they can go to the NBA with an already proven brand, and I think they will easily be able to bring back the Supersonics. And hockey fans know of the Vegas Golden Knights, a team that was founded in 2017, where they had the best first year of any American sports team ever. No other team in American sports history had as much success as the Vegas Golden Knights did in their first season. In that first season, the Golden Knights made the Stanley Cup Finals, but they did end up losing the finals. I do not believe that the new Seattle team will be able to replicate what the Vegas Golden Knights did, mostly because the Golden Knights were able to assemble a very good starting roster with one of the best goalies in the league, but I think that in Seattle there will be a lot of excitement for this hockey team. And even if this team isn't that good, they will have a big loyal fan base. And I am excited to see a hockey team in Seattle. And hopefully this does lead to the Supersonics returning to Seattle. Those are my thoughts on Seattle releasing the prices of the new team's tickets and why it may seem that they are overpriced. Now let's move to a different topic. This is sort of an MLB off-season story, even though the MLB playoffs are still on and it is now the World Series. But the Boston Red Sox have agreed to a deal with Taiwanese prospect by the name of, bear with me, I will probably pronounce this wrong, Lee Jung Liu. He is a 20-year-old two-way player, and as a right-handed pitcher, has a fastball that can reach up to 98 miles per hour. This news broke sometime in the afternoon yesterday. Still am not sure how I feel about this deal yet. Ever since the Boston Red Sox signed Daisuke Matsuzaka, and he was believed to be one of the best young pitchers in the league. Then after a year or two, he completely fell off. Since then, I have been skeptical of signings of international pitchers, but mostly of international pitchers from that area of the world, the Asian Pacific. When Masahiro Tanaka was signed by the Yankees, people were hailing the Yankees for acquiring a Cy Young potential pitcher. But I was like, but remember Daisuke Matsuzaka? In Tanaka's first year in New York, he started off on a pace that would make him the Cy Young of that year. But then he got injured. Since then, Tanaka has had inconsistent regular season starts. But I think Tanaka is one of the better postseason starters. Then the Angels signed Ohtani, and people were calling him the next Babe Ruth, a player that would hit and pitch. And in his first year with the Angels, he got injured. This year, he was not as effective as a starter. I always believed these issues were because of how the leagues in the Asian Pacific treat their pitchers. Maybe they have changed recently, but last I knew, these leagues were way behind the MLB when it came to starting pitchers, and they had pitchers throw full games for almost the entire year, and this causes them to break down later in their careers. Then again, the Red Sox did get this player while he is still young. Maybe this style of play has not yet affected him, and the Red Sox can avoid any serious problems. And the story I am referencing does confirm that the Red Sox are signing him as a pitcher. Also, not knowing about him that much personally, I can't concretely make an opinion on if he will have a good or bad career in Boston. I have one more story left for this video. These last two stories are not that important in the whole scheme of things, but as a New England sports fan, I wanted to talk about my local teams a little bit. The next story I have is regarding the New England Patriots. New England has lost another receiver as they place Josh Gordon on the IR, and Dean Rappaport is reporting that when Josh Gordon will be cleared to play, the Patriots are planning to cut him. I believe that Josh Gordon is still a very good and reliable receiver, and it is sad that Bill Belichick decided that he doesn't need Josh Gordon anymore. Belichick did just trade for Mohamed Sanu, a player that Belichick has had his eye on for quite some time. He is a good, solid receiver, but he is not a replacement for Gordon, in my opinion. Without Gordon, this leaves the Patriots in a very interesting situation at wide receiver. We all know that Julian Edelman will show up when it gets to the playoffs, but who is going to be their second guy, or even their number one guy? At the start of the season, it truly looked like that was going to be Josh Gordon. Then Antonio Brown was signed, and he was definitely going to be that guy. Now both of those players are gone. Patriots are almost in the same position at receiver that they were last year. Last year at receiving core for the New England Patriots, they had very little production. Best receiver missed the first 4 weeks of the season, and after him, they didn't have much. I may be wrong, but through the first 4 games, Brady's top receiver was Cordero Patterson, the guy that is known for being an okay returnman. And at the end of the year, the Patriots were using as a running back. Now, this year, the Patriots' receiving core isn't that bad. I really like Jacoby Myers. I think that N'Keal Harry will be a great player when he comes back. But there's a problem with these two receivers. They are both rookies. I think that Myers will end up having a really good career, but he hasn't had enough experience to make an impact for the Patriots so far this year. And N'Keal Harry has been on IR. He is one of the few receivers in any draft I think N'Keal Harry is like a generational talent at receiver. I think he's one of the best since like the Odell Beckham Juniors and the Jarvis Landry class. I think N'Keal Harry is that good, but he's been on IR. He will not come back until week 9. I think that the Patriots will struggle this week in the receiving core. I felt like I could put these couple of stories together. Let me know if you like this style of video or videos with a single topic better. I would love to know your opinion. Thank you for watching. Next video will be out soon.